Hello there, Chick Chat. We're back with Story of the Week again.
Hi.
Hi. We have a very interesting one today. It's from almost 6 years ago now. Yes. But it's originally posted to Relationship Advice, which we have gotten quite a few of those lately since our comeback. This one is a doozy. So the title is My 21 Females Boyfriend, 23 Males, Relationship with His Teddy Bear is Making Me Uncomfortable.
So this is from a woman's perspective about
Yes.
her boyfriend.
And his teddy bear.
Okay, and they're in their early 20s.
Yes.
Okay.
Now he's about damn near in his 30s. So hopefully he's got this figured out. We're probably going to take many pauses during this to digest, and you guys might need it too. It says, okay, now please, no jokes. This is actually serious. Also, this is a throwaway account. I have been with my boyfriend for 3 months now, so it's pretty new. So far, everything's going well, except this tiny little detail. He has this teddy bear. Let's name him Teddy. Teddy has always been part of my boyfriend's life. He got him for his birth at around the age of 5 or 6 or whatever age is the appropriate age to remove a teddy bear from a child. His parents tried taking Teddy away from him. He scrimped and cried so loud without stopping that they ended up giving up. So he kept Teddy with him his whole life. He mentioned Teddy to me pretty early, about a week after us being together. He showed me pictures of him, and I found it cute at first. He had plenty of pictures of him in different situations. Him with a mug, him laying in bed, him studying. I truly found it adorable since I thought that this was just a joke, really. I didn't think that Teddy was such a big part of his life. The more we got to know each other, the more he started mentioning him. He'd often make jokes about him. When he had to come back to his flat, he'd say, "I have to come back. Teddy is waiting for me." And then later he'd text me, "Okay, I put Teddy to bed now, so I might be able to sleep as well. I don't want to wake him up."
No.
Again, a little weird, but cute still.
A little weird, but cute still. No.
She's really being optimistic.
Refer this man to a therapist or a hospital. He's hallucinating. What do you mean?
I know. I'm like, that was a pretty early on interesting sign. I mean, to have to leave to go tuck a teddy bear in for bed, and then once the teddy bear's asleep, they're like, "Okay, well, I'm good now. Maybe I can sleep. I just don't want to wake him up." Wake up a doll?
No, sir. Absolutely not.
But the pictures of the mug and stuff like that's kind of cute. That's like me and Bingo Bronson that I have.
That can be cute. I can even draw the line. It could possibly even be cute that he still sleeps with it. I wouldn't see it as cute, but someone could. But once you start personalizing this thing, that's not real. It's not cute anymore. It's a sign of an illness.
It's a sign of an illness. I agree. But he really started talking about him now constantly, always linking what we were doing to him. "Oh, I wish Teddy was with us to see that. Teddy doesn't really like people, so I won't take him with me to this party," etc. He'd send me selfies with him at least twice a week. He also sometimes said weird stuff like whenever we watched a sex scene in a movie, he'd say, "That's what me and Teddy do when we're alone."
He'd say what? No, this is wrong. Something traumatic happened to this man.
What does that mean? Is that for real?
Is this like the movie Ted, like on a Reddit thread?
Honestly, I think Ted was a little less creepy. I mean, it sounds like this teddy bear has a glory hole. I don't understand what else that's supposed to mean when they're watching, I'm guessing, together with the teddy bear. Actually, I have like a teddy bear from when I was born, and I couldn't imagine moving on through life like this with it.
When he was personalizing it, I'm like, okay, maybe he's just kind of using it as an excuse in a weird way to blame the teddy bear for things that he doesn't want to take accountability for. But then the part happened.
He can't get past that.
There's more, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, there's more. Or when I asked when he lost his virginity, he answered, "Oh, I lost it with Teddy a few years ago." Sorry. As I said, we're going to be stopping a lot because there's a lot to digest here.
How does that even occur?
I don't want to know the logistics, I think, but it makes me wonder, was he with you?
You already gave the logistics with him.
I mean, is it that, what I said earlier, or is it he was with you? And
it did. So the way I heard it actually was like Teddy was there, but it wasn't with Teddy, but yeah.
Well, he said, "Oh, I lost it with Teddy a few years ago." Like, was this a threesome with the bear, or was this?
I'm scared to know.
And if it's not, if it's just the bear, I don't think that counts.
Of course it doesn't count. What do you mean?
We don't know what we're dealing with here. They were jokes that made me uncomfortable. He also seemed to consider him as his baby, his son, his brother. So him being sexualized was extremely weird for me. I told him that it was weird, and he just laughed, but I don't think he took me seriously. About a month ago, I told him I was okay with him bringing Teddy when he was staying around at my flat. I could see it was making him sad to leave him. And also, I was very curious to finally see him in person. I can't go to my boyfriend's flat. There are rules that are strict, and he can't invite anyone. Probably because the damn bear. It doesn't seem like the damn bear likes anyone.
Yeah,
Are
I've
they-
gotten to that part, but that the bear doesn't like people. They're calling it a flat, which makes me suspect that they're somewhere
British.
outside of the US. And maybe there are rules about that. Maybe literally can't have guests.
Maybe it's his apartment place, or it's his parents if he still lives with them, or it's this bear. I mean, it could be any of those options at this point. So that day I drove to his flat, and he went with all his stuff and Teddy. When we got in the car, he pulled him out from his bag and gave him a kiss and had him give me a kiss on the cheek. When we drove, he opened the window and put Teddy out the car, a bit like a dog would. He said it was rare for Teddy to travel like that, and he could feel that he was happy. Teddy smells a lot. My
I
boyfriend
was
hasn't
just about
washed
to
him.
say this thing is probably so effing disgusting, especially if he's relating with it. Sorry.
Oh, for sure. Teddy smells a lot. My boyfriend hasn't washed him in 12 years. So, I mean, if he's been relating with it, this bear is all kinds of crusted over.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way it's been relating with it for 12 years.
Well, I mean, men are kind of
I've been
gross
relating
sometimes.
alongside it for the last 12 years. Like, ain't nothing I've been relating alongside for the last 12 years that hasn't been washed.
I hope so. I think that she thought that those comments were jokes, or maybe he tried to play them off as jokes. But there's a part of me that's really wondering.
I think this man at least believes he's telling the truth.
For the rest of the car ride, he hugged him and gave him kisses. I assume that you probably definitely smelled the bear scent when it was in the window airing out your car. Maybe that's why he was trying to air him out for a second, but
Maybe that's what the bear was happy about. Bring that thing to a dry cleaner at least.
spray it with a hose, like something.
Yeah.
He has a weird twitch where he just compulsively pats the back of Teddy. It makes a weird sound because Teddy used to be able to play music when you pressed his belly. He always rubs Teddy's clothes between his fingers. You can guess that Teddy isn't in a pretty bad state. He used to be red, and now he's just gray. The whole bear has changed ethnicities because of all of this abuse. When we're together in bed, he always puts Teddy's mouth on my mouth, and I always avoid it as I find it disgusting. And I told him that I hate it, but he doesn't listen.
No. Just, no. This is a 3-month relationship. The first time that happens, and that man doesn't rip that thing away from me, we're not.
Nasty bear.
I
Yeah.
can't live like that. You're gonna catch herpetogonosyphilitis.
I would throw up in that bear's mouth. It would not. The smell of it alone, and knowing what it's been through, and
Why does
This-
why does this need to happen?
anyways, he always tries to have Teddy touch my boobs or my arse.
No, this
He's
guy
just
is
getting
mean.
assaulted by the damn bear.
That's disgusting.
And I don't even think this bear, if it has a conscience, wants to do these things.
Of course not. It's a child's toy. This is getting weirder and weirder. I should have known with just how it started, but it started off innocent, like I don't want to go out because my bear, which I think is could be valid for someone who has like agoraphobia.
Dog.
But this guy is sexualizing himself alongside this bear. It's just weird. The whole thing is gross and yuck. Whatever she's revealing about what has gone on between her and this bear sexually, probably not even the tip of the iceberg because this guy's weird.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wonder how many victims he's got. He's 23. He's got to have at least a few under his belt.
Well, and that was 6 years ago. You know this man hasn't gotten rid of the bear. Oh God, imagine how much it smells now. You could
It's probably changed a whole other ethnicity. It's probably black now.
It's probably black now.
And I just mean because it went from red to gray. I mean, what other color can you? I mean, you just
Right.
get
It, ain't
darker.
gonna, it could maybe turn like a green or brown first, but eventually it's gonna turn black.
Oh my god! Not the good black that we like. The bad black. The smelly, stinky. I haven't washed in 20 years. Like dirt.
Yeah, black fabric, not black.
Black
People.
fabric, dirt, not beautiful people. When we make love, I often end up finding him between us.
No.
Every time I throw him away, my boyfriend says, "Oh no, he likes to watch," in a joking way.
No.
He often mentions us having a threesome with Teddy. Him, Teddy, being great at, now this is going to probably, I don't know how YouTube's going to handle this, but being great at licking and them always doing kinky stuff together.
The bear does not have a tongue.
Someone needs to call CPS on this man for this bear. Someone needs to remove this bear from the home. This bear is going through just as much ABUSC as the woman in the story.
I am so uncomfortable. This guy is wrong.
He's the asshole. I'm already voting. Now, I'm not an idiot. I know communication is important.
No, girl, you are. I'm sorry. You don't have any credit here. Now, you're not as bad as your bear effing boyfriend, but you are just as bad, almost. I mean, you're letting this bear on your mouth and touch your other things.
Well,
and,
she does try to fight that, but
try and do is different. We're talking about a bear, not a 400-pound man.
If it were me, I think the first kiss in the car would have had me dropping this man back off at his flat and me never texting him back ever again.
I'm almost as uncomfortable as I was during the Halloween special last year.
No, this is truly terrifying. This is what we should have did for a Halloween special.
And it's a doll. What the hell?
Sometimes that's the scariest movies. I know communication is important. I tried talking to him so many times, sometimes in a joking way too, so he doesn't feel attacked. Like once I asked who he would choose if he had to choose between me and Teddy, and he said Teddy. Of course.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Of course he said
the answer to that effing question. His parents couldn't even get it away from him. Still probably has the doll. He's probably chosen the doll over you at this point in life.
Hope he doesn't pass that doll down to his own kids. Like the things that Bear has been through. Hopefully he doesn't have kids. This is such a red flag that I don't know a single woman, insane or not insane, that would be okay with this.
I mean, he obviously sees the doll as his kid.
And a baby, and also a grown man and a grown bear. It's just weird, all the things at once. But also so many times in a serious way. I told him I didn't like when he was rubbing Teddy on my face and body. I told him I found this relationship with him way too intense and weird. But every time he didn't take it seriously, made jokes, and never truly told me what he thought. I should mention that he is like that for any serious conversation. All he does is make awkward jokes, and he never tells me how he feels. He said I love you first because he was drunk. This is like the unwanted touching, like could be a trigger. So sorry to any chick chatters who are triggered by this weird unwanted bear touching. But it is almost like an assault in a way.
It's definitely something, whether it's coming from the bear. I mean, let's be real, it's coming from this guy. And so he is doing something to her that's not wanted, whether you're hooking up, right, and you're okay with that, but they pull out something and you're not okay with that. At any point, you're allowed to withdraw consent, at any effing point. So I think that this is definitely getting into potential assault territory. And I'm sorry, but like, you're confused that the man who uses a doll as a mask for every one of his wants and needs is not emotionally intelligent enough to have a conversation with you about confronting that.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I'm not expecting that to occur.
This is becoming hard to handle. I have been away from him for 2 weeks, and I was kind of relieved I wouldn't see Teddy anymore. But all he did was send pictures. And whenever I asked him, what are you doing or what did you do today? The answer was playing with Teddy. What is wrong with this man? Even if these are jokes, and this is all one big joke to him, you need to be committed, sir. This is just too far. Too many jokes. This is just unhinged behavior.
Completely.
Today, he told me I was perfect, which was a first, and I sure didn't expect that. He doesn't give a lot of compliments. When he said that, I said, really? And his reply was, actually, no, Teddy is perfect. You come way after him. I just gave up, and I didn't reply. This man is psychotic.
He's very strange.
So
like my stomach actually hurts.
Well, it might hurt a little more, this paragraph, because she's got some questions. I have 3 questions. 1, am I overreacting?
Next question.
Well, this is like 4 questions in one, honestly. Am I 1, not being tolerant enough? Am I boring? Am I a boring girlfriend who can't welcome some childness in her couple?
That's not what this is.
What should I do? Should I let him live his life with Teddy? Should I ask him to make a real choice? Should I ask him to just stop the actual jokes? Who am I to ask such things? I don't know.
You're not anyone to ask such things. You won't even be this man's girlfriend. We're done with him.
Is it my place to tell him to stop being so damn weird with this teddy bear?
No.
And 3, how do I get him to finally talk to me and take me seriously?
You can't force anyone to have emotional intelligence when they act this way.
Yeah. And that's the end of the original story.
Wow. Wow. I answered all the questions. There's no way my mind's going to change about this one. So.
And I ran so far away. That's literally the theme song for your life, girl. I'm beside myself. After the pictures of the bear in the mug and like, yeah, I've had this thing for my whole life. How cute, whatever. But like once that line was crossed of this thing smells, he's putting this thing in my face. Don't even get to the actual stuff. But just the other smaller things would have been enough for me to be like, okay, we'll have a conversation about it. But the second he's not taking me seriously, I'm like, all right, this is a 3-month relationship. Wipe my hands of this.
Yeah, see you later, man. It's so bizarre. I mean, I guess, and maybe not for me, but it's one thing for someone to have this nostalgic teddy bear or relic. A blanket or yeah, a relic of a childhood that is nostalgic. It's one thing to have that. It's a whole other thing to have it be a part of your personality, but also it's causing a wedge in his romantic relationship. I would imagine it's causing a wedge in
his whole life.
Other things as well. Is this guy showing up to his job with the teddy bear and relating with it in the bathroom? I mean, gee, like it seems like the possibilities are endless with this guy.
He's got to be bringing it to Thanksgiving, Christmas.
I can see her asking if it stopped there where like, he had the teddy bear at home and he had the mug and whatever. I can see her being like, am I overreacting now? But it is honestly out of the question and makes me question your sanity, lady, if you're asking if you're overreacting.
She is 21, so I'll give her a young benefit. But I mean, I feel like you've had to have a couple of normal boyfriends by now.
We all have an intuition. We all have that feeling when we know something is off. And that feeling that she's having is what's leading her to put all of this stuff on not Reddit. Her right handle on Reddit. That is the feeling that you need to learn to trust, not anyone else's opinion about this guy's teddy bear. When you feel that way around a man, you should never be around that man again. And don't wait for the evidence. Trust the feeling.
One of my ex-boyfriends had like a pillow, probably since he was a child or maybe younger. I don't know, but it was disgusting. It smelled. It was never washed. It was completely yellow, probably brown now. I'm sure he still has it. Like putting a pillowcase over it sometimes, but sometimes he would literally just not. And I just could not, that thing just could not be near me. But he didn't force it on me. I still thought it was strange. I'd still be like, hey, let's get you a new pillow. It's just a pillow. And no, I've had this pillow, blah, 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 blah. So whatever. And mind you, I'm not with this man anymore. So, I mean, that didn't really work out for him having this nasty ass pillow.
That was not the reason. But
wasn't the reason, but it didn't help anything.
Right. I mean, well, I think it contributed to his craziness.
It's on the cons list, that's for sure.
Probably if you're inhaling mold every night, that's probably not good for your mental health.
Probably why I have sleep apnea today, honestly. Like, to be real, it was disgusting. And I would offer, hey, let's get you a new pillow. I almost just bought him one, but
he wouldn't have used it.
I wanted to throw it away while he was at work and just put it there.
That would have been the end of it all.
Fine with me. He probably would have dug in the trash for it, to be honest. Like, at least it wasn't forced upon me, especially in a weird sexual way. I think that would have made me lose my shit. I definitely would have thrown the pillow out at that point. Like, this is not a person.
Well, imagine if he was like, I F this thing.
Even joking. Like, it's consistent enough of a joke to where it's not a joke.
Right. I bet for your ex, that pillow probably was around when he lost his virginity. And he probably did lose his virginity with that pillow. But he didn't bring that up in conversation. So even your ex being as crazy as he was not as psychotic as this man.
Funny thing is he wasn't one of like more crazy exes, but he was definitely like a weird thing for him. So that's why I kind of like, okay, well, this is like one weird thing. Like, I'll ignore it. And he wasn't like really obsessive about it. It wasn't like, oh, I have to go home early because I need to put the pillow to bed. And I don't, he did not like sleeping without that thing, but it was gross. It was gross. Then he could sleep without it though. He could spend the night at someone else's house without it. Like, it wasn't this kind of attachment, but it was still like a gross relic. And I have things from like when I was a kid or a baby or whatever, but I honestly don't even really pull it out. Like, have it. It's stored somewhere. Right.
And I have a blanket that I grew up with for sure. And that's stored in my closet. And actually I slept with that all the way up until probably college. And I think I slept with it still like the first year of college. And that's when I realized how much it stunk because I brought it out of its normal environment. And my parents used to both smoke when they were together and they smoked in the house. So it was just like reeked of nicotine. The inside of it was probably just like bright yellow. And it was so ragged up. It was really hard to wash it. I still would wash it, but inside's stuffing would get like bunched up and I'd have to take like an hour to like separate the inside.
Oh my God.
Crazy. So that's when I stopped using it, because I wanted to wash it regularly, as normal people do want to wash their bedding regularly, but it was becoming such a hassle that I was either not washing it enough or it was annoying. So I finally put it up. So I'll do have those things, but if we also start making accommodations for our life too.
Make an excuse of like, oh, I got to let my dogs out. It's normal.
But that's a living effing creature. Like, this is not. Just, I don't care how much you want to humanize this doll and F it and have it effing other things and
I'm
telling it it's got to sleep, and it's not. It doesn't.
And if this bear is your baby, your son, your brother, if those is how you're viewing it, I'm sorry, CPS needs to be called on you. Like, you need the authorities over there. Jail.
Yeah.
Jail.
Jail.
Jail. You must go to jail, because this is just strange, and it's honestly a crime.
So that part actually makes me a little suspicious, especially with the touching and the teddy bear and the childlike behavior, that possibly this man has gone through something in his own life.
Possible. That
he's like constantly reenacting or trying to figure out or whatever. But that does not give you the right to be unhealed and then expect to be able to like keep your gross habits into other people. Either you were assaulted as a child, which is possible considering the things, or you have like incredibly hard time self-identifying your own needs. You like project it onto this bear. Something is wrong here.
Oh, there's many things wrong here. The top comments: how on earth am I still single?
I mean, not for me, but
I get you.
If this is what people will put up with, I think it's truly just a matter of like finding a person who's willing to tolerate stuff. Like, this is what people are going to put up with for 3 months of their lives, and then go onto a Reddit thread to ask strangers about if they should continue to put up with it. Like, I don't know why that person's single either.
I know. A lot of times people get broken up with over the silliest things, and then you see this man being able to go through 3 months. And honestly, I almost feel like this is some big test. Like, how much will she take? Like, how much can I get away with?
Like, what are the boundaries with my man? Yeah, everything. She's gonna let you get away with. That's the other thing too, is understand that she said no and whatever. But like, I'm sorry, if we're laying in bed and he puts that thing in my mouth, I'm getting out of bed. And then if he doesn't understand it when I get back in bed, I'm leaving the house. I'm packing my stuff. We're not spending the night together.
I'm moving.
Yeah, like I just get further away every time. Like, yeah, I'll come back and see, like, okay, did you learn your lesson? But I mean, kind of 3 strikes, you're out. Like, I'm out of your life. Like, out of the bed, then I'm out of the house, then I'm out of your life. Like, see you later time.
I think with this, I got 2 strikes. And once it gets too physical for me, I'm done.
That's honestly true, because she's going to catch the herpetogonosyphilite or something of it.
Next comment says, I bet Teddy looks radiant under a strong black light.
Gross. Like, honestly, probably like a glowing, like, jellyfish. It's just, ugh.
Someone else said, seriously, what the F? I've been married for a couple years, and as an average looking woman, I just gotta stop there. Like, the average looking woman, like, oh, chill, you're just a woman, it's fine. I ran into my fair share of weird dudes while dating, but what? If I told my girlfriends even a light version of this dude's behavior, they would be holding an intervention for me to get away from him ASAP. Even if this was just only a strange, immature coping mechanism, it's still not acceptable. The fact that he has strongly implied that he uses Teddy as a masturbation aid. What? I love my husband, but if he started carting around a pocket tussie and made me kiss it, touch it without my consent, if a woman like OP exists who are willing to put up with shit like this, barring you being some kind of Ted Bundy weirdo, I also have no idea why you're single. To the guy above. Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, I just couldn't tolerate it. I just could not.
Teddy Bundy, the comment that keeps showing up too. Someone said, why are you with this guy? Are you insecure? Why are your standards so low, etc.? Yeah. OP's response. Obviously, I didn't write down his nicest description. Apart from his weird teddy bear fetish, he was a completely normal guy with friends, going to parties, studying, and so on. He is quite the popular guy, in fact. Even though I don't care about this kind of thing, he took me on dates, made me feel special. I really thought he was a keeper. At the beginning, him being a little childish didn't bother me. I myself have stuffed pets, and even though they're in the cupboard, I used to love them as a kid. That's when he started
normal.
Yes, we were discussing, yeah. That's when he started sexualizing his bear and involving me in it that I freaked out. The problem is it's so hard to tell when he's joking or not. He constantly makes jokes. That's why I never could tell whether I was overreacting or not. Is he joking or does he mean what he says? However, the one thing I really didn't see coming, and you guys helped me realize it, is his lack of respect towards me and my boundaries. Sometimes it's easier to just see from an external point of view. This whole time, I was too focused wondering on whether it was normal or not for me to feel uncomfortable. And I didn't realize that not once did he help me feel more comfortable, despite me telling him how I felt. So thank you a lot, because that's one thing y'all all really helped me for. I would have probably taken more time to realize it on my own, even though it looks obvious.
It's clear that this girl doesn't probably have a lot of friends. And I know she's trying to kind of up for her self-confidence because of the way that this guy was treating her. But the guy can treat you really well and take you on all these dates and make you feel special. And then behind closed doors, he can be doing this shit with this teddy bear or worse. And anytime you don't feel comfortable and someone's not respecting your boundaries, the fact that they're nice to you out in public does not excuse that behavior. So I wish that she had some friends. I'm glad that Reddit is here to tell her about the problems. But yeah, I mean, the problem is not, is this normal for you to be reacting the way you are? Like she said, the problem is this guy is not forcing things onto her that are not just like unconsensual, but are weird. This is just flat out weird. I'm not a kink shamer. I don't care what people, as long as it's consensual, but this is a dirty, disgusting, there are health implications here.
Well, the key word is as long as it's consensual. There are people who are furries and have weird things going on, and that's fine as long as it's all consensual with everybody. If he found somebody else with a weird bear that had the same kind of weird kinks, then they'd be a match made in heaven. But he's in a relationship with a semi-normal person, so you got to make some compromises here, bud. There is an update. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to you all. I did not expect to get so many comments. I'm safe for those who are worried. You all really scared me, though. I had many questions that were asked, so I'm quickly going to respond to the ones I saw the most.
We scared her?
Not us, the Redditors.
I concur with everything they're saying.
Someone asked them apparently about the guy who said he knew him. Unfortunately, it wasn't him. Thank you so much for the help, though. Oh, yeah, I guess somebody in the comments was like, oh, I think I know this guy. In fact, I wonder if I can find that comment. Someone said, oh, so I'm pretty sure I used to be friends with this dude on Facebook and ended up blocking him. He had several profiles, one for Teddy and one to harass the hell out of women and then blame it on Teddy. He told one of my friends he hopes she gets R-worded and then blamed it on Teddy and tried to re-add her on a different account. He has a comic novel or something he's working on about him and Teddy, and he makes the girls who block him or get upset with him the villains that they defeat. If it's the same dude, he's out of his effing mind and you need to run. Apparently it's not the same guy, but it almost makes me even more concerned that there's more than one person out there that is getting to this behavior, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's not uncommon for people to project things. I shouldn't say not uncommon. It's not uncommon in the world of psychopathy for people to project things onto inanimate objects. What I also forgot to make a point about, but really don't like here is in any case, but especially in this case, I hate it when people hide behind, I was just kidding. I don't care if it was a joke. A joke does not give you the right to offend people and be offensive and be vulgar and even worse and have assaulting language, joke or not. That's not allowed. And yes, jokes are allowed to be funny, but jokes also have to come with consent. If I'm not ready to hear that kind of thing, I'm totally entitled to be able to say, no, thank you. Don't ever say that to me again. My husband says all kinds of things that him and his friends thinks are funny and jokes and whatever. And still to this day, I love him very, very much. And we have very kind conversation. But when he says jokes to me that are not funny, I look at him and I say, that's not funny. You should be telling that to your friends. And better yet, you probably shouldn't be saying it at all. But men make stupid jokes. And never would he be like, you're a horrible person. Oh, just kidding. That was a joke. That is emotional manipulation. And people do it all the time. That is not a joke.
It puts it in your mind regardless at that point.
Right. So. It's so manipulative to say something for real and then act like it's a joke and tell someone that they're not allowed to have feelings about it either way. The fact that it's a joke is literally irrelevant. Literally irrelevant.
To say something is a joke like that is just a way of not taking accountability for what you're saying.
Exactly.
Another thing someone said, run away, he's going to off you, he's a psychopath, etc. Although his behavior is extremely weird, I don't see him hurting anyone, but obviously it's easier for me to tell since you all had to base your opinion on what I said. He doesn't match the psychopath personality at all. I don't know about at all, girl.
Had she looked, I mean,
at all is pretty strong. I don't know about at
even
all.
She says that he's popular and has a lot of. I think she's thinking that psychopaths are recluse. I mean, they're not. They're not at all.
Ted Bundy, he was popular.
That's what people are saying, and she's just more and more proving the point.
I'm not allowed to visit him because he lives in a private home. A person hosts him in one of their bedrooms, and this person doesn't allow any visitors. It is weirdly strict, yes, but it's believable. And I've seen his sister once who confirmed that she doesn't visit him herself. I mean, I wouldn't be visiting my brother too if he had this weird bear. I'm not gonna lie. One thing is sure though. Although he may not hurt anyone, he seems to have a serious problem, and I'm not sure how to handle it.
You don't. It's not for you to handle. You just leave. You say, your bear is weird. It's concerning. You should maybe seek help, and we're done. You don't handle it.
Someone else said, it's fake. It looks like the movie Ted. And then OP responded with, I know it all looks surreal, but it is true. I have multiple pictures of Teddy. If some of you are interested, I know a lot about Teddy's past. Because my boyfriend won't shut up about him. I know the movie Ted, but I've never seen it. And my boyfriend actually suggested that we go watch it like a month ago. Why is this man still being considered your boyfriend? You must love punishment.
Now she just came back on here to defend him against all of this stuff. No, girl, no.
You must love punishment, you know? Because that's torture. I mean, you must have Stockholm syndrome at this point, thinking that you are okay with the treatment of you and this bear. You both need to run away to different places. Someone said, burn Teddy, make him disappear, etc. Haha, thank you. I did think about it a lot. I often hide him when he brings him in my flat. So I know exactly where he is. And so my boyfriend doesn't think about him. He always ends up looking for him, though, but still, it gives me a break. Oh, yeah.
No.
You have to hide the bear to get a break.
No. Is your boyfriend 4?
It's worse. It's worse than 4. Because a lot of times when you hide things on a 4-year-old, they don't really think about it again. You know,
well, that's what she's saying. I hide him until he doesn't think about it for a while, and then he remembers, and then we spend time looking for it, like literally like a toddler.
I hope she's not married to this man or divorced from him. I hope that someone gave her some sense. I hope she relayed this story to a friend or a parent.
There's no way she has friends. And if she does, she's not telling them this story. Because just like that one commenter said, they would have an intervention so damn fast.
I know that's right. So it says, what did you do at the end? And the OP responded, I was meant to see him today, so I picked him up and we drove to my flat. Of course, Teddy was there. And when he came in the car, my boyfriend had him give me kisses and stuff. I said, stop, please, in a cold way. And he stopped. I said, we needed to talk. And he listened because I started crying. I thought it would be hard for me to start talking, but since I was so stressed with all your comments, I just broke down and cried. I told him how I needed him to stop with Teddy and that he needed to stop being so close and dependent on him, that Teddy shouldn't come to my flat anymore. At first, he was silent, but then he said he didn't understand why I was so uncomfortable with it, that he was purely joking, that he knew Teddy wasn't real, and that it was hurting him to see that I thought he had a problem. I was extremely disappointed of his reaction and just told him I needed a break. I drove him back to his flat, and that's where I am now.
This is the actual definition of gaslighting, too. I know a lot of people like to use the term and call it lying. Mm-hmm. This is gaslighting. This is when we're living an entire life one way, and then it gets called out, and then it's like, nope, it was actually this other way, and you misunderstood it the entire time, and now it's your fault to figure out. No. No.
And then to turn around and be like, I'm hurt that you're uncomfortable and that you didn't realize that
that this was just a joke, that you couldn't go along with the joke for the last 3 months. That is psychotic. That's not what was in your head. What the hell?
And she said it started out about a month in. And the fact there's all these stories with Teddy, not just like the photos, but with Teddy in a 2-month span, this was relentless.
Yeah. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. And I actually was disappointed at first when I was hearing her recollection of confronting him, because I was worried that she was going to be like, he realized that it was a problem and I took him back and blah, blah, blah. But no, I don't know what I want for this. I just want her to leave. I just want her to be done with this man.
And then there is an edit. Everyone is saying the post is deleted, and I have no idea why. It wasn't deleted before. The original post is available in the comments. It's quite easy to find. Thank you all for your support. I realized that there was confusion. No, I'm not in his flat. I'm at home safe. Tonight I'll add a friend so she and I can talk about it, and I'm never going back with him. He sent me terrible messages all night, which convinced me to never get back with him. It's probably Teddy.
And they were
thank you again for helping me, and have a nice day. I'll send a picture of Teddy for those who want one, but in a bit. I have to get ready for school first. Don't worry, the face of my boyfriend won't be shown.
We're not worried about his face.
I'm going to send you pictures, and I'm going to put the pictures up now for you all to see. But there's 2 photos, one with Teddy and a cat and one with Teddy by themselves. And you can see the red fading from Teddy, which is actually a hippo, I think, and not an actual bear.
It does look like a hippo. You can see it was red too. It looks like it's just moldy.
It does look kind of moldy. There's even parts that are green by the sleeves.
Yeah, and look at its feet where all those white spots are.
I don't know if that's just underneath of him.
I think it is, because that's where the crotch that's where he. I don't want to look at it anymore.
Oh my God, there is a hole there. He could have really asked the thing. Oh my God, I could throw up. Okay. I would believe him.
Glad that I got a good look at it, though, before I saw what I saw, because I'm never going to look at that again.
Now, seeing that bear, I think everything he said was true. And he is putting it under the guise of, it's a joke. Moment of silence. Yeah, this bear is disgusting. I can't believe it took so much for this girl. You know what? Whatever gets you out, girl, I guess. For me, it would have been maybe a couple things, but you really rode hard to the end. You must have really, really liked him.
Girl, you're gonna be a loyal one for the right man someday. I'm so glad that I saw this now because I don't know how much I can continue on. I need trauma therapy.
I think this man needs trauma therapy, if anybody or anything, honestly. And then to be upset that she thinks he has a problem. What else would you think if this was the other way around? You would think your girlfriend's freaking psycho.
Right.
That she needs to be committed.
And there's no other way to excuse this behavior other than to accept reality that you're an effing psychotic freak. I was joking. So your whole life is a joke? What do you mean?
If I was a pettier woman, I would definitely write a letter to his parents about my experience and be like, you should have taken this away when you could have. You are at fault for never getting grandchildren from this kid. Because there ain't no way.
Agreed. But at some point, this guy needs to take responsibility too. His parents are definitely allowing this behavior to go on for so long, but he's like 22 or something, 23.
23.
Gross.
Now he's 28 or 29. I think someone's going to throw this bear away on him. And that'll be the best thing that ever happens for the bear and for him.
Yeah.
I should say the hippo. Just seeing that hole in the hippo was just unsettling. I mean, this whole story is unsettling, but then to actually see the object that we're talking about here, like this thing can't talk for itself. This thing can't advocate for itself. And it definitely wouldn't want to be doing any of this.
I know. It's very bad.
It's a sick behavior.
It's very, very bad.
If this is how you act about these kinds of things, like this kind of behavior you want to model for like future children, that's what you got to think about when you're with somebody is how they would be as a parent. How frightening.
I don't even want to think about that. This guy is effing inanimate objects. I mean, he cannot be trusted around children. It's just bad.
Yeah, he needs a vasectomy for sure.
He needs something. He needs a lobotomy. It's just bad.
Yeah, this is a recycled post because the original post was somehow deleted, so it's somewhere else. These are comments on the recycled post, and they say, honestly, it's all bad all the way through the end. But when you look at the thing, it somehow gets 10 times worse.
I know. I don't know how much more I can talk. Like, I'm just trying to erase that still from my head.
I suppose that the tattered part of Teddy's crotch is where the ex-boyfriend lost his virginity.
Please leave me alone. I'm literally gonna vomit.
I was gonna say absolutely XBF F Teddy.
Yeah, all those stories are true.
All of them. As soon as I read he's not allowed visitors, I was wondering if it was some kind of group home situation because this sounded not unlike a developmental disability.
At the beginning, yes. I was like, okay, maybe I won't make fun of this guy too much because it sounds like he's got some issues he can't control. No.
And somebody else said, as a group home counselor, I worked with developmentally disabled teenagers. When you're cleaning their rooms, you quickly learn to put on gloves before picking up any stuffed animals. It's the vision. I can't.
What happened to a good old sock? Good old couch if you're JD Vance. Why do we?
Because at least the sock and stuff you can just throw away. I don't have a male part, so I don't know what it's like to just be able to stick things in everywhere. So
boys, they like to do that. So
I don't get it. Maybe one of you guys gets it, Chick Chat. I have no idea, but don't let us know.
Don't leave it in the comments.
Don't even think about it. I thought it would just be a tattered teddy bear, not the thing from Trick or Treat. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of comments that are very shocked by the appearance of the teddy bear. When I opened the picture, I thought not even the repair shop bear ladies could fix that. The only thing that can fix that is a garbage disposal.
Yeah, a match and a canister of oil.
And you got to get far away from that fire when it's burning because it's
gonna be toxic. Like it could take out a whole town.
So I said, well, that was weird. So he's using the bear to sexually harass his girlfriend. Ew.
Yeah.
So it's not even a bear. It looks like a hippo.
It is a hippo. It's a hungry hippo.
It's not even a bear. Makes it so much worse that it's not even an actual bear. And then the person responded to that person that agreed 100% it's not a bear. Such a strange post. And the problem is that it's not an actual bear, not everything else.
That's not the problem.
Someone said clicking on that first photo was a jump scare. Someone said
you're telling me
is absolutely haunted by the soul of a dead serial killer or something. Yeah, everyone's very shook by the appearance of the bear.
Yeah, I'm literally scarred, like deranged. I'm gonna have to go to bed and wake up tomorrow to be the same again, and I don't even know if that's gonna be.
Every other comment is, yeah, he definitely effed that bear. I think there's
when you read it and hear it, it's unbelievable. You're like, okay, maybe he is joking about this part, right? No,
see it.
I'm literally gonna be sick.
It's the consensus that he has definitely screwed the bear, and I can't help but agree with that. Like the one commenter said, a black light would be very telling in that bear.
No,
I'm
I
just
couldn't.
saying.
You know how I always say the phrase, don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer. This is one of those cases for me. I could never.
Someone said the most disturbing part is that this is clearly a moose and not a teddy bear.
That is not the most disturbing part.
Someone said, anyone notice the hole in Teddy and the placement of that hole? With that thought, I'm taking a break from Reddit.
Did anyone notice it? I'm
Yeah,
trying to forget it.
Everyone noticed it.
What the fuck?
I didn't notice it when I was sending
Right
it
away.
to you.
No, I was zoomed in. I'm inspecting its feet. I was looking at its head, and then I came across it. And I'm sure you'll all see my face that moment.
It was some shit. And imagine this guy finding this Reddit post and his bear is all out there for everyone to see. And just the story in general. So that's a tough pill to swallow there, buddy. You might need some self-reflection.
He probably will think it will up his bear's game.
Yeah, someone said, yeah, I think it stopped being a joke a long, long time ago.
It was never a joke. This guy's psychotic.
I don't think it was ever a joke. I think it was like a test to see
Yeah,
how much he could tell her and that she would accept from him and how weird he could be with her, how much of himself. Because I think this is just who he is.
I think it started out innocently with him sort of projecting the things he wanted onto the bear so that it didn't feel so vulnerable. And then he started being weird and sexual about it because that's how all men become through puberty, is weird and sexual.
Yeah, I definitely think this was some obstacle course for OP. I'm going to start with these weird photos. The photos really weren't that weird at first, like with a mug. Although seeing that nasty bear with a mug would make me not want coffee.
I wouldn't go in that house. I wouldn't sleep in that bed. I wouldn't kiss his mouth. I would not.
I have that little Broad City bingo Bronson, and sometimes I take him to party and stuff and take photos of him.
Yep.
Yeah, he has a great time. And I have many photos of him passed out with my husband and stuff. And he's been to Poland. He's been everywhere. I mean, he's been places I've never been. But it's a clean toy. It's clean. Right. It's from a TV show, so it's got meaning. If y'all ever watched Broad City,
they have like a wine spilled on it from a party, but like it's not been related with.
And if something spilled on it, I'm putting it in the washer. It's not just going to be disgusting.
Right.
It's lived a life, but it's kind of like a joke thing. Like I even have it with me here in Michigan. Bingo everywhere. He goes everywhere. He's traveled the world, but he's not like an actual person to me. My dogs are more like people to me than anything.
Because they're alive.
They can't talk, but they laugh. I mean, one of them can't talk. The other one can talk.
I wouldn't even trust this man with a dog.
I wouldn't trust this man with anything. I don't even trust him with himself.
If you consider your stuffed animal your brother, sister, husband thing, and then you start effing it, I don't trust you around anything alive.
Yeah, or anything in general. Not alive.
True. Definitely not another teddy bear.
This comment says, if Toy Story was really a disturbing corno. I agree with that. This will be one of the last ones that I read that you were kind of getting at. Someone said, I really wonder if he was actually abused with this teddy, neurodivergency plus mental health struggles. This would at least partially account for him not understanding boundaries with Teddy because they were broken a long time ago and it became an unhealthy obsession. Can't diagnose a man for anything, just a hypothesis.
I mean, fair. I don't know where neurodivergency comes in here. I think boundaries can
just a big word to throw in there that sounds psychological.
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no evidence of that. There's a little evidence of somebody definitely being traumatized, and that can give you poor boundaries in itself. Yeah. You don't have to be neurodivergent or autistic to not be able to fit that category. In fact, I think you're really pushing a bad narrative on people who are neurodivergent because there's this guy is just possibly traumatized, possibly just psychotic.
He might have been through something that's not very clear. That would be something I probably would have asked if I was OP at some point.
A lot of people don't put two and two together often, that people who assault people, and she's not even really putting together that he's assaulting her, and he is. I mean, I know that there are levels to this and everything, and it seems semi-consensual because at least she was okay with them hooking up, just not the bear being involved, and that kind of is a gray area, but he's assaulting her with this bear. He's doing something that she's asked him not to do. He just thinks it's all a joke, quote unquote.
Or a couple more comments. They quoted them saying, although his behavior is extremely weird, I don't find him hurting anyone. No, but Teddy might. Because he uses Teddy. Blame it on Teddy.
What?
Yeah,
Teddy is not real.
So I think they're making a joke. Like they're saying, no, he might not, but Teddy might say that it's Teddy. But it's really, he might hear you. Someone did say 20 years ago, my friend started dating a cute waiter at a restaurant where I worked. He was a few years younger than us, but she thought he was charming and decided to give it a shot. After a couple dates, he started bringing out his Valentine's Day teddy bear that was small, red, and white, also named Teddy. At first, it seemed harmless, but then things got weird. He talked through Teddy all the time, using a funny little voice and making increasingly strange comments. It wasn't long before those comments turned sexual. The final straw, one night, Teddy asked her for her panties as a souvenir. Let's just say that was the last date. Brad was a weirdo, and we learned that sometimes the red flags come wrapped in fur and holding a heart. I can't believe how many people are out there doing this.
People like to project their weird desires onto other things, definitely.
Like objects, yeah. I mean, I guess, I've ever seen like My Strange Addiction. Some of them are in love with weird objects, and there was a guy that was screwing his car and stuff.
It is a little more common than I think people think, but it's not common. I mean, very, very strange. I have a teddy bear that I got from like a boyfriend in high school, and I used to just put it up on my bed, like a kind of a bed topper when I made my bed. Like I just kind of put it with the pillows, and then I got my dog and I put my dog up on my bed and he found the teddy bear. And the teddy bear, when it was originally bought, it was supposed to smell like chocolate, and it really did have like the strong scent at first. I could never smell it any such strong senses of smell. I think it really attracted my dog to it quite a bit, and he has been obsessed with this damn since 10 weeks old. And I have washed it once, but other than that, I have not. And this thing is disgusting. I mean, literally disgusting. I put it in a separate bag, when I take him places with it.
Does he not let you wash it?
I washed it one time, and the problem that I have, I don't know what to wash it with because he sucks on it. Like he puts his mouth on it, like bites down, and it gets all wet, and I don't want it to have chemicals on it. So I've just let it go. He's gonna die with it. I mean, I'm gonna bury him with it. It's
baby.
Yeah, I know that there is like a lot of like organic and natural detergent, but I mean, at this point, like the thing is crunchy.
Yeah, it is Prince's prized possession, but that's a dog. That's why it's crunchy, not from a human. So the final comment that I'm going to read says, "What a terrible day to be literate."
Facts. Cheers to that, y'all.
Cheers to that. I've been pretty shocked by some stories, but this is probably one of the more shocking stories.
Yeah, what a doozy.
It kept on getting worse.
I know.
It was a good break last week to have something a little bit more stable, but now we're back to some reckless chaos.
It was entertaining, definitely. I have been entertained, with the exception of the last like 20 minutes where I physically have felt sick.
Seeing the object is definitely a game changer. It was already really bad for me, but then seeing the damn thing, I'm like, girl, I couldn't even got past the first kiss.
Now, if I would have saw that in person, like, let's rewind for a moment. Okay. She's always known what this bear looks like. The first time I saw that thing in person, absolutely not. I mean, if you look back, you will see I literally had to close my mouth at one point because I thought I was going to hurl.
I don't even know if I could have got to the first kiss in the car because seeing the photos of that thing I would have been like, wow, that's a gross looking bear. And then the smell of it in my car, I'm sorry, but I'm kicking you out at that point. So no, absolutely not. Yeah. We're going to nip this in the bud before things get really weird.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but knowing what that bear looks like, the pictures and the mug and all that stuff, it's not cute anymore either. This bear is a victim.
It's more of a victim than she is because she knew what this bear looked like and still continued on with it.
She has eyes and legs and all kinds of shit to be able to get away. This bear is trapped for life as a slave.
I would burn it. I think he tells people that he doesn't allow people over, so nobody goes into his room, steals this bear, and burns it and gives it the death it really needs. You can't donate that thing. You can't wash that thing. You cannot save that thing. You have to kill it.
It needs to just go straight to the bottom of the ocean.
The ocean, the burn pile, a dump, an actual dump, and not a dumpster where you can go retrieve it. Yeah, no.
like a landfill on the bottom of the landfill.
It must be done. I just imagine going on a trip with this guy and his teddy bear, and if he accidentally left it, how big of a meltdown he would have. And I would be texting the Airbnb people like, please throw the damn thing away in your neighbor's trash before we even get there.
Say that the house caught on fire.
I will pay you an extra $400 to get rid of this thing.
Honestly, I would light this guy's house on fire. Just throw it all away, the man included.
I can't even imagine what that thing looks like now. I'm sure it's still around. Something tells me that he's out there with this thing. Unless some sad woman who has been lured into this mess finally had enough and got rid of it while he wasn't looking.
I have thoughts and prayers, I guess.
Because this thing is going to be at his wedding.
In a suit.
With
a hole.
A hole in it. Yeah, it's sickening, honestly. I don't know. She said that the sister doesn't visit. His parents probably don't visit. So does anyone even know how bad it really is?
Probably not.
And watch this man not have any trauma in his past, and he's just a damn psycho.
He could be. It could just be him.
I never wish trauma on somebody, but I almost hope that it really.
Oh, there's an explanation.
Yeah, an explanation of some sort, a rational one, because this isn't normal. This isn't okay.
It's not. It's really bad.
And it's funny that someone made a Toy Story comic, because I was just thinking, if this was Toy Story, this bear wakes up every time this guy goes to sleep and is like, "Kill me," to all the animals around. Like,
swear to God. I don't even want to think about Toy Story because I don't want to think about the personality that this bear would have.
It's probably depressed, suicidal, homicidal.
It's halfway like manic. Also has a little bit of Stockholm, is totally in love with this man.
He's all he's ever known.
I know. It's disgusting.
I've never felt so much dread and like sadness and empathy for an object in my life.
Well, now you're starting to become more and more like this man.
Well, no, I feel bad for it, but I ain't doing all that. That's a big step. I do hope that one day someone just puts it down and puts it out of its misery. I imagine he takes it to the vet, even.
Not the vet, the primary doctor. And the dentist.
If he ever took that thing to the doctor, like actually took it around
the OBGYN, just get everything looked at, checked out.
If he ever really did that, somebody would have him committed for real. And I hope that for him.
I hope he gets the help he needs.
That's all. Yep, that's where we're gonna leave this on. I just hope this man gets the help that he needs. This is 5 years ago. I hope she looks back on this and thinks, "Wow,
I've come so far."
Yes. And in the end, it freaking mattered. All right, Chick Chat, thank you for joining us for a ride. That's for sure.
It's been a doozy. It's been hard to get through, but we really appreciate y'all. So if you made it all the way to the end of this, please drop a teddy bear in the comments.
Oh, God.
And we will make sure to leave you a special thank you in our comments.
Remember to like, subscribe, and share the video. And you can even click the copy share link and not even share it. That helps too. But definitely at least like the video for us. It helps us stay in the algorithms of YouTube. And remember to reduce, reuse, recycle, Rihanna. And bye.
Bye, y'all.